بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ولا يجوز للمطلقة الرجعية والمبتوتة الخروج من بيتها ليلا ولا نهارا. And it's not permissible for the woman who got a raj'i divorce or a bind divorce to come out from a house neither during the day nor during the neither during night nor during the day. والمتوفى عنها زوجها تخرج نهارا وبعد الليل. And the woman whose husband had passed away, she can come out in the day and a part of the night. ولا تبيت في غير منزلها. She should not spend the night, however, in other than her house. أما المطلقة فلقوله تعالى, as of the divorced woman, this because of Allah Ta'ala's statement, ولا تخرجوهن من بيوتهن ولا يخرجن إلا أن يأتين بفاحشة مبينة. And do not take them out from their houses, and neither should they come out except that they bring clear sin, right? What is clear sin? يقيل الفاحشة نفس الخروج. But he said clear sin here means that they themselves come out. That is sin now. You understand? That is the sin that they. So which means they shouldn't come out, and if they come out, it's a clear sin. Wakila zina, and it is said that fahish mubayyina means zina. In other words, they committed zina. Now you take them out. Why you take them out? وَيُخْرَجْنَا لِإِقَامَةِ الْحَدِّ, and they will be taken out of their houses now, so for had to be established upon them. Right. وَأَمَّا لَمَا تَوَفَّى عَنْهَا زَوْجُهَا فَلِأَنَّهُ لَا نَفْقَةَ لَهَا. And as of the woman whose husband has passed away, is because there is no nafqa for her. فَيَحْتَاجُ إِلَى الْخُرُوجِ نَهَارًا لِطَلَبِ الْمَعَاشِ. So there is a need for her to come out in the day to seek a livelihood. وَقَدْ يَمْتَدُّ إِلَى أَن يَهْجُمَ اللَّيْلُ. And sometimes that stretches until the night enters. وَلَا كَذَلِكَ الْمُطَلَّقَةُ. And the divorced woman is not in the same circumstance, right? لأن النفقة دارة عليها من مال زوجها, because the nafka rotates upon her from the wealth of her husband. She gets nafka. She's supposed to get nafka from the wealth of her husband. حتى لو اختلعت على نفقة عدتها. So much so that if she made khula upon the nafka of her iddat, in other words, she told her husband that, look, give me my talaq, right? And I'll pay you. How am I going to pay you? That you don't have to give me any nafka during my iddat. And the husband agrees now, right? So if that's a situation, قيل إنها أنها تخرج نهارا. So now it is said that she may go out in the day now because she forfeited her nafka. She's going to getting nafka now, so she can go to work, right? وقيل لا تخرج, and he said she can't go out لأنها أسقطت حقها, because she dropped off her right. فلا يبطل به حق عليها. So a right which is binding upon her will not be cancelled with it. She intentionally dropped off her right, so therefore the right of Allah which is upon her, or the right of the nikah which is upon her, that she must sit at home, right, that will not be cancelled because of that. So maybe from here you can even understand the masla of if there's nobody giving this woman nafka, the husband is not giving nafka, as most of the time it happens now, right, during iddat, and there's no other way, no father to look after, no uncles, nothing, and she can't go out just to work whilst being in iddat. You understand? That is just taking it from this here now, and the different things of fatwa. وعلى المعتدة أن تعتد في المنزل الذي يضاف إليها بالسكنة حال وقوع الفرقة والموتة. And upon the woman iddat, she will observe iddat in the house which has been attributed to her with living in the condition of the occurrence of the separation and death. In other words, that house that she was living in with her husband when he gave the talaq, or when he passed away, right? لِقَوْلِهَ تَعَالَى وَلَا تُخْرِجُوهُنَّ مِنْ بُيُوتِهِنَّ, because of Allah Ta'ala's statement, don't take them out of their houses. وَالْبَيْتُ الْمُضَافُ إِلَيْهَا وَالْبَيْتُ الَّذِي تَسْكُنُهُ. And the house which is attributed to her is the house which she was living in. وَلِهَذَا لَوْ زَارَتْ أَهْلَهَا وَطَلَّقَهَا زَوْجُهَا كَانَ عَلَيْهَا أَن تَعُودَ إِلَى مَنْزِلِهَا فَتَعْتَدُّ فِيهِ. And for this reason, if she went to go visit her family and her husband divorced her while she's there, it's binding upon her to return to her house, and she observed it in that house. وَقَالَ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامُ لِلَّتِي قُتِلَ زَوْجُهَا uskuni fi baytiki hatta yablugha al-kitabu ajala. And Nabi Akram said in regards to a woman whom her husband was who are skilled, live in your house until the period the period of your iddat elapses, until the kitab is reached each time. In other words, the iddat is finished. وإن كان نصيبها من دار الميت لا يكفيها فأخرجها الورثة من نصيبهم انتقلت. However, now, if her share from the house of the mayyat doesn't suffice her, and the heirs take her out from their share, she will be allowed. She'll be forced to move. You understand it now? In other words, now she passed away, and she's only going to get 1/8, and the heirs say no. And this will happen, especially if she was now the new wife, right? Now the first wife's children will say, "Hey, you staying here in our house, and you're only supposed to get 1/8, and your 1/8 won't cover your staying place here. So you need to move, leave." You understand? Then she can move. لأن هذا انتقال بعذر, because this is a moving with an excuse, right? والإبادات تؤثر فيها الأعذار, and excuses has an effect in the ibadat. Excuses will have an effect in the ibadat. You understand it? So in other words, excuses will sort of change the ibadat. If you can't stand, then you sit and read salah. You understand it? So it does change the situation, right? Excuses, right? وصار كما إذا خافت على متاعها أو خافت سقوط المنزل أو كانت فيها بأجر ولا تجد ما تؤديه. So it becomes the same as when she fears upon her goods. She's staying here where her husband passed away or husband divorced her in this particular house, right? Now she's staying here, but she's fearing that she's going to steal my stuff here, right? Or she fears that the house is going to fall down on her, right? Or she's staying and her husband passed away, and the house they were staying in was on rent. Or kanat fiha bi ajrin, she was in it with the rent, with the fee, and she doesn't find that which she may pay. You understand? She don't have money to fill the rent, then she can also maybe move over to her mother's house and complete the iddat there. ثم إن وقعت الفرقة بطلاق باين أو ثلاث لا بد من سترة بينهما. Then if the separation occurred because of a bain talaq or 3 talaqs, there is necessary for some parda between them. Should be a parda between them, because they're haram for one another now. It's not a talaq raji'i where they're halal for one another. Bain talaq and 3 talaqs, they're haram now. So there must be parda. ثم لا بأس لأنه معترف بالحرمة. Then there is no harm. If there's a parda between them, then there is no harm, because he acknowledges the hurmat. Right? He acknowledges the hurmat. He knows she's haram for him. إلا أن يكون فاسقا يخاف عليها منه. Except if he's a fasik man, her husband is a fasik, and it is feared upon her from him that he'll force his way. You understand? فحينئذ تخرج لأنه عذر. Then at that time she can leave, because this is now an excuse. ولا تخرج أما انتقلت إليه. And she should not now leave that which she moved towards. So she must make one move. Whenever there's an excuse for her to move, she must be sure where she's going to move, because she's not going to move another time after that. She's going to stay now there till the end of the iddat. وَالْأُولَى أَن يَخْرُجَ هُوَ وَيَتْرُكُهَا. And it's better that he leaves, because he's a fasik. Now they tell him, rather you stay somewhere else and leave her there in the house. Right. Okay. Leave it till there. Okay, let's do this a little bit more. وَإِنْ جَعَلَ بَيْنَهُمَا إِمْرَأَةً ثِقَةً. And if they put between them a trustworthy woman, تَقْدِرُ عَلَى الْحَيْلُولَةِ فَحَسَنٌ, who is able to separate, to come in between. حيلولة, to come in between them, that's good. وَإِنْ ضَاقَ عَلَيْهِمَا الْمَنْزِلُ فَلْتَخْرُجْ. And if the house is narrow, is small upon them, then she can come out. In other words, there is no space to put a third woman there that can come in between. You understand it? Then she should leave. وَالْأُولَى خُرُوجُهُ. And it's better that he leaves. Better that he leaves. Okay, make a mark there till that point. So in all cases now,